king here, so they can't be split in when this plant comes through. With 50 seconds on the clock, they'll be blocked out by utility, taken down by headshots, and it's only Starzo left alive to try desperately to clutch out this round. He can't even land the final shot to Buzz before the round is done. 1-0, Vision Strikers started out strong.
One hell of a start it's been as well. Like, we normally talk about this team being so heavily strategical, but this was almost just like, okay, we're going to go for a hard read. We're going to deny a lot of early control.
Valorant, bro.
Kick things off to the man in the corner. Obviously expecting Bogomol to be there. He does that quite regularly in a lot of rounds.
Vamos a poner aquí Valorant.
Almost thing that excites me most. Put out the tweet for it as well. We've got two of the best jets in the world facing off against each other. We always pit
Guardar imagen,
against whoever else is in the server. Well, Buzz has just got a 4K in the pistol, so, you know, not bad.
Seeing him started off strong is
Valorant
definitely going to have some alarm bells sounding in the Ascend camp. Now, the problem is they won't really have an opportunity to answer back here. This is a very weak buy. They have pistols. Vision Strikers
as a sheriff.
Indeed. It's never going to be a called round, a done round when he has that in hand. But the reality is for Vision Strikers, this is where they want to walk out with at least 4 of their players left alive. And a great start with Buzz picking off CNET.
Yeah, he's one away from his Blade Storm, so even if he was to just die in this round, that would actually be alright for the next. We always talk about the fact that Jet has become a little bit more expensive to try and get all those extra pieces when it comes to the ult. Obviously now 7 ult-obs instead of the previous 6, but at the same time, him doing so well in these early rounds means that he can even save some extra credits, potentially get himself an operator later, and then just play a Blade Storm in the next, which turns their kind of shaky bonus round into a truly deadly round for Ascend.
Yeah, the potential here for Vision Strikers, if they survive with all 5 players of, for example, RB picking up the Marshall, Blade Storm out of Buzz, they really need to get a couple of kills and make this costly. Plant will be secured, but getting out of there is tough. Caught out by the utility from Stats.
Vamos a mejorar en Valorant.
Distance, playing up behind the smoke. No opportunities given away. Every single chance that Ascend had was shut down until an ambitious push through the smoke by Stacks. He threw himself at his opponent and he ends up falling. But as we said, it's not really the biggest a deal. Buzz is just going to drop the weapon to Stacks. RB has recovered a Spectre, and it's Blade Storm more than likely that we'll see come through.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I guess doesn't really matter to them too much.
Ah,
now
yes.
We'll see how they actually perform in the bonus round. Now, this is where we want to see Ascend get off the mark a little. Like, you've got yourselves that running back, which was mentioned on the desk. It's so deadly, especially on someone like Zeke. I think they have one of the best double entry geos in the world. Like, they're so good at just running in and CNET taking the space and then having that running back just to basically just ruin anyone's day. So you almost want to try and limit those players as early as possible. And for now, at least, the only player even close to an ult is going to be Starzo.
There's the Blade Storm. Pop Buzz is going straight down mid. Still has the Marshall to play with, interestingly enough. They've gone for a little bit of extra investment around it. And when you're Ascend, avoiding that early round fight was perfect. It's exactly what they wanted. Now they need to try and find some openings.
Esas son las R's, ¿no?
Sí, sí. Tucked in the corner, waiting for an opportunity. There's the flash, but Zeke, full blind, still able to walk away with the kill, turning just in time.
¿Cómo lo mató ciego?
As I said, this is a round we definitely expect Ascend to win. Even with the ultimate currently popped for Buzz, the weaponry is firmly in their favor. And with Seekers especially, that's going to make things that little bit more difficult. Because 3 of them have just gone into the A site. Sure, one of those is a rotation player, but this gives the go to Ascend to head into B.
Yeah, when you look at Korean Blade Storms, they can be dangerous. Buzz is primed and ready to use this one up, sneaking into the site. First kill goes his way. Deals with him nicely. Mako making a lot of noise. Killez is just having a field day on this site. The weaker weapons getting practically nothing done. And in the end, it will be nothing. Indeed, the Blade Storm good for 1 kill, and that is all they get out of it.
Yeah, solid round. And Killers is actually one of the only real talking points when it comes to agent compositions in this matchup. He actually tested this composition a little bit more recently after we saw, well, some of the matchups that we had in the previous tournaments. And I believe they won that match 13-0 versus Saw. So the test went well.
Porque si mira así de estirado.
They're not anywhere near the level of Ascend anyway.
Porque si mira estirado.
It's quite good.
Yeah. I'm also kind of wondering, Vision Striker's side,
Oh,
are
a
they
pushar.
holding on to Lackey on some of these other maps until playoffs? You know, are they waiting?
Espera,
No,
eso fue
no,
genial.
in this
Eso lo voy a
group-
hacer.
In this
Yeah.
group, I'm not looking at playoffs.
That's why I'm very curious moving in, because obviously we're not seeing a
Que estoy
blind
viendo el
here
perro.
on what the other maps could be. Or what the lineup, sorry, for the other maps could be. Buzz got caught out, but luckily, he's going to be able to bail. The fault line doing work, and there's CNED taking him down. A quick swing, and it's not like Buzz to be the last of the trigger.
Yeah, no, and that is unfortunate as well. He's brought the operator into this round, so that's going to be on the deck. So if this round is stolen away, I can tell you that's going to end up in the other Jet's hand, which is
Ahora sabe que está ahí,
definitely
man.
a little bit more of a problem. Now RB has retrieved it. The paranoia is going to leave him completely blind as they go pushing in off the back of the blaze. Zeke's actually killed Bone Cold. I don't think I've ever seen a kill with that.
¡Wow!
He has picked up 3.
Ah,
Complete
perdió de todos
shutdown,
modos.
a slip up for Ascend. The Vision Strikers have their 3rd.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I've actually seen. Phoenix
¿Qué es eso de
never gets a kill
1-13,
with his
dude?
wall, and it's Bone
No,
Cold
no va a ser
running in.
1-13.
Obviously, he got
¿Cómo
tagged
crees?
up massively, so he just needed to take a lick of damage off of it, and,
Yeah.
well, he did, unfortunately.
Fuck,
3-1 though still. And past that detail, it's that spray down
Oh,
the
no.
backside. It's RB. Oh, God. The replays
No,
are
o
so
sea, que
brutal,
miras
man.
ahí. Dude, ¿por qué se mira estirado
Really just
todo?
doing him dirty. But RB did such a good job in holding this down as he got pushed on. They had a flash coming in to try and stop them coming around the corner. That didn't work. So the delay tactics didn't go according to plan, but he still connects every single shot to bring that round into Vision Striker's favor.
Yeah, Send have just taken a technical pause because they didn't know you could die to the blaze.
That does damage, guys? What?
They're like, wait, there's an icon for this? I've never seen that one before. I genuinely don't think I've ever seen that, even in just
Including
a
ranks,
pug game. I don't think
upgrades.
I've ever seen
Again.
it before, so
Spike Rush. Yeah, I don't think it's a first. It really is.
there's going to be someone out there, just like there'll be a Reddit post with like, actually, I've seen this in so
Lol
many
W.
forms. You're clearly
Toxic.
This
just not
happened in the
expert with
opening
Blaze."
in the open qualifiers.
Dude,
of
¿por qué
Latin
Twitch
America.
quitó
Actually
su
started.
LUL?
All right, okay, my
No
bad.
entiendo.
He actually got 7 kills in a round with it.
3 of which were teammates. But no, considering how we've started here, obviously Vision Strikers looking
qué
up
W,
for them
no me
yet to
gusta
really
eso.
have that test when it comes to this event. Paper X they started out against, and it was even then I expected more from Vision Strikers. So looking at the Ascend matchup, this is where things get a little bit
Batches,
risky. And from
I
what we've
love
seen,
EU.
a lot of people seem to be favoring Ascend in this matchup.
Yeah, I almost want to put in the premise of like that matchup.
Porque
versus
eso está
Paper X,
divertido
sure,
de
you
ver,
want the
dude.
Vision Strikers
Que sé
win.
que-
I think most
what
people
the
are expecting
fuck?
it to be convincing, but then also the other aspect of it is that is their scrim partner. Like I've spoken extensively to the guys at Paper X. They are more confident against Vision Strikers than they will be against other teams because they play against them regularly. I think it was even said in one of the interviews, Paper X actually use a lot of our strategies, a lot
Dude,
of the
creo,
composition
Jackie Chan,
because
what
we
the
play them
fuck?
against each
Dude, creo
other.
que no
So
saben qué hacer
it's
frente a
always
una
gonna be
cámara.
tougher when you come up against someone within your region. Like that's always been the case through. pretty much
Yes.
always like, well, just look at the initial Gambit game compared to the initial one here.
EU
They
PC.
had such close games all the way through, and then they smash one of the Japanese team. Just a different style of play.
¿Por qué pone el mouse de
I
lado?
think we've also just gone from matchup
¿A
to
poco
matchup.
se
The two Smilers
juegan mejor
beat with
así,
the
por el
universe.
mouse de
You've got
lado?
Yay on MV and now CNED. I don't ever want to see it, but I don't ever think I've seen him proud.
A smile
Yeah,
face.
I think that's a pretty solid shout. That
They
said,
do win most games.
Exactly what I was going to say. We've never really seen him in a sad situation, have we? For the most part, these guys are accustomed to success. But it's the same on the other side of the stage. Vision Strikers have been a consistent team. All right, Starzo. Let's wake up, buddy. Hey, it's important. You got
¿Por
to...
qué se pone a dormir?
Well, yeah, you gotta wait a while for that one. That's for damn sure. But no, like Vision Strikers are a team that are used to success as well. And
Zeta,
certainly with the
Zeta,
roster
Zeta,
that they've
Zeta,
now
Zeta,
adopted, and we're not
Zeta,
even
Zeta.
talking about Lakia. As we're saying, your Mako, your Buzz, these guys are putting up figures across the board. And now on the international stage, they're having a fantastic start. Now, in case you haven't noticed, it is written all over the floor. A little bit of a technical pause coming in here. Some gear that needs to be fixed up, but the guys should be ready to go in just a little bit and get right back into the swing of things. Luckily, it's not too late.
Yes.
Because I always find late game tech
Come
plays,
on, man. Quiero
that's
verlos
where you
jugar.
start to really have some impact
That's where
on
you
the
sweat.
mentality. Exactly. As you can see, though, none of the guys on the Ascend or Vision Strikers are really sweating right now.
What am I watching?
That's a wrist warm-up.
Is it?
Don't do those?
I do that. Those are my dance moves.
Oh.
When the music's bopping, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're.
Perfect
okay.
cook,
Yeah.
perfect
No, that
apple
explains a lot.
French toast
You
in
gotta
Michigan.
get your wrist warmed up before the game. It's really like, oh yes.
Damn. En lo que se pone el video, man. O sea, el directo. Vamos, Ramsey.
Right, welcome to the UP. We're on the
Hola,
gorgeous Lake
Ramsey.
Superior, and I've gone hunting for thimbleberry jam with the most amazing monk. And
Tiene
come on,
chili.
who doesn't love monk jam? Now, I'm going to turn
Ah,
this
no sé
jam
qué es
into
eso.
a stunning dessert. Now, these thimbleberries, they go
Oh, so
fast. Let me tell
berries.
you, it's not the moose nipping them, it's the bears. If not the bears, it's the deer. And if it's not the deer, then it's the monks, because they produce the most amazing jam. So, I've got these beautiful apples that are grown in the same
Creo que se quedó
orchard
tener
as
tanta
the
barba.
thimbleberries, and I'm going to turn it into almost like a sort of eggy bread, French bread dessert. Now, start off with 3 eggs
Ajá.
into a bowl. Okay, give that a little whisk. Just nice and lightly. A tablespoon of sugar. Mix
Ah,
that
ese
in,
que va a
make
ser.
sure it doesn't become grainy. Okay, and then literally a couple of tablespoons of heavy cream. Now, nice thick, rich, heavy cream. From there, let that sit. Now, I know we're in the woods on the edge of Lake Superior. A little touch of honey in there, a little touch of fresh vanilla, but that is just enough to coat the bread, okay? So you can follow a recipe, but you should be cooking your eyes and just making sure it follows through with your whisk. Too thick,
French
it makes it
toast.
all cloy and heavy. Nice and thin, it gets
no me
the
di
bread
cuenta,
nice
dude.
and crispy. Let that set for a moment. Apples, look at the color of these apples. The skin is so delicious that we're not even going to peel them. They're so tasty. Okay, so just a quick chop. Chop them too small, they disintegrate. It's a very sweet apple,
Ajá.
but incredibly juicy. So you can get them into the pan and sort of caramelize them. The apples are delicious. Oh my God. From there, into a pan. First of all, we start off with our sugar. Sugar in. Now, just wait
Ah, va a ser
a
caramelo.
minute and you'll start to see that caramelizing. About a tablespoon of sugar. But watch what happens to that sugar.
Eso no es una cucharada.
Don't throw the apples in there yet. Now, a minute later, you start to see that caramel. Okay, don't take it too dark. Apples in. Okay, and we're going to beautifully give those apples a nice toss. And we've got the sweetness coming out of the apples now, and that caramel is now getting a little bit darker, but a lot more fragrant, because the skin and the flavour of those apples is delicious. Now the butter will give the apples that nice nut brown flavour. But look what's happening. They start blistering. We start forming that caramel now.
Oh.
It's breaking down. But look at the juice coming out of the apples.
Se le fue uno.
So beautiful. And then
Wasted.
finally, this is a beautiful apple cognac.
Ooh.
So beautiful. In. Oh my Lord. As that caramel starts to melt, a tablespoon of double cream. Beautiful.
Eso no es una
Now
cucharada.
the small parts of the apple will turn into a bit of a puree that will thicken the cream. The caramel will start thickening the cream naturally. Bring that back up to the boil, and it will have a slight crunch.
Eso no es una
left in
cucharada,
there,
dude.
especially for the bread. Now, bread. Get your bread in there. Don't soak that too long in there. Just literally in and then off to the side. If you soak it in there too long, it gets too soggy. You'll never get it crispy. Okay, so this way we move quick. From there, a touch olive oil in. Get that pan nice and hot.
¿Eh? Olive
In.
oil?
A little touch of butter. Beautiful. As that starts to colour, in we go. First slice, lay away from you. Beautifully done. Second slice, lay away. Again, beautifully done. And third one, drain off any excess, and then in. Don't
Ooh.
saturate the bread with the egg mixture, otherwise it becomes too soggy. So, literally, in and out. Now, as that's cooking, get tiny little speckles of butter and put around the outside of the bread. This is the kind of bread that I grew up with as a quick dessert. In the UK, it's called eggy bread.
Sí, todos han
And then
comido French
In
toast.
France, they call it French toast. God knows
Ah,
why, 'cause
yes.
it's not toasted. However,
Se te fue.
touch of butter. That gives a nice flavour to the bread. Stops it from becoming too sweet. Okay, and then we're ready for flipping. When you flip these, you're only going to turn this bread once, otherwise you're going to break it. And here we go. First one. Beautiful. Second one in. Beautiful. And then you can see what that beautiful butter does. It gives that bread flavour.
Sí.
Okay, apples reduced beautifully down. Now once the apples absorb all that cream, you've got that really nice sort of candied, almost like a toffee apple there. And now for the most exciting part, okay? Putting this thing together. Leave them in the pan. This is where that plain Jane bread goes up a level, okay? Big thank you to the monks. That amazing jam. You take one out, straight on there. Get the spoon, and you spread that thimbleberry jam on. Beautiful. Your apples, get them on there hot. And how cool is this? Everything's so local. Next, on she goes. And again, back of the spoon, thimbleberry jam. And then finally, got that beautiful slice. Generous those apples. And look, on she goes. And then finally, a nice.
No, en serio, ¿por qué parece que siempre está en modo nocturno el... Uy, 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 uy.
On my jam. And then the monks would be upset if I wasted these apples. Around she goes. And that has to be a delicious, amazing
dejaste algunos ahí.
thimbleberry monk jam French toast sandwich, live from the UP.
Pero
Who
dejaste
doesn't
algunos
love
ahí.
monk jam? Now, if you enjoyed that recipe, please click the link below. And if you missed Uncharted, then please watch it on catch up on Disney+.
Yay. ¿Ya? ¿Ya están jugando? Menos mal.
Many survived that.
Oh, wow. CNED going right into King afterwards, and Mako is left after a good early garage pick, falling back to save. Vision Strikers, they get ahead by 2, but Ascend once again close in the gap. And at this point, we're getting exactly the series we were hoping for. I mean, all the boxes are being ticked. We're seeing CNED. The only thing for me is Buzz so far really hasn't been finding the success when it comes to that operator.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the fact that every time he seems to peek into one of the angles, someone just insta-headshots him. Like, it's
Nah, es imposible ganar.
Cold in this round. The other thing as well is that Vision Strikers, I dare say they haven't really needed him so far. Like, in a lot of these rounds, he's been shut out. The trades have actually come into their favor, but then it's just been the space that they've given up otherwise. So it's like, in this round, for example, they've swarmed to B to basically try and shut that down the same way they did in the previous round. And I feel like Ascend almost baited them into it, because Zeke is then just sneaking his way through.
I'll tell you what, I mean, that shot was just...
Wow, qué buen tiro.
One
Wow.
of the things that I think gives Ascend a lot of room to play against other teams when they have that star operator on the jet is the fact that they can just look at CNED and go, combine their utility to steal the space away and just make that other jet play on the back foot and play an uncomfortable game. And so far, that's something that Buzz has not had an answer for.
Again, mid-control seems to be the aim of the game for Ascend. RP though, that's what I mean. They've been shutting down a lot of these early pushes, these attempts to TP across, and there's always a reaction from Ascend. This time, they've already got some B control.
Ooh.
Great kill on Zeke. I mean, every single avenue of approach that Ascend are going for is just being shut down. One by one they peak, and one by one they fall. Vision Strikers still with the full squad left alive playing. There were 2 peeking in towards Garage, and they'll do it again. A flawless round coming out of Vision
Prime
Strikers.
Gaming.
Right back on the horse.
This is a really, really weird game. And just the
no van
it
tan
just
mal
seems to be
realmente.
down to a lot of these duels that are coming through in 1v1s. Like, I think
¿Qué
there's
es
only the round where we
ACS?
saw an
¿Qué
aggressive
significa eso?
garage push actually coming through, and the
¿Daño
aggressive
por
retake
segundo?
as well that made the
No,
difference.
ese es DPS
Other than
tarado.
that, it's basically just been, okay, does Zeke win this duel or does King win this duel? Does Sarza win that duel or does King win this duel? And it's just gone back and forth in that manner. King having a fantastic round to give them the Prime Gaming flawless in that one, but it's not like it's been
Nice.
from Ascend in a lot of these rounds. as they're feeling out the map.
Nice, allá, nice.
Again, I think that previous round has definitely upset them, just with the nature. The first duel that goes down when you've got that buzz and RB push down a long, combined with the fault line, it's acceptable. These are rounds that you can, or opening picks you can write off, but it's after that, going into B, going into garage, poking and prodding at that side of the map, hoping that there was
Hay muchas pausas,
round,
no sé
but
por
they
qué.
had their defaults and they won all the duels. Also, Ascend were pushing through utility, through smokes a lot of the time, which definitely didn't help. So a timeout now is definitely exactly what we want to see, because they need to figure
Ahora
out,
iremos
hey,
al centro
all
judicial
went
del
wrong
condado
there,
de
why are
Whitney
we
en
playing so
Williamsburg,
chaotic?
Kentucky.
How do we avoid doing that again?
But that is genuinely the thing though with this.
Él es Richie Dunn. Un poco antes fue visto arrojando airadamente botes de basura contra la pared de la sala de un tribunal en el segundo piso del lugar. No está claro qué fue lo que lo enfadó tanto. Ni siquiera estaba citado para estar en la corte ese día. Aún así, lo escucharon diciendo que los tribunales lo habían robado. Mientras se aproxima a la salida, el jefe de seguridad Tommy Hurst intenta arrestar a Dan por alteración del orden público. Pero el iracundo tirador de basura empieza a insultar a Hurst mientras sigue caminando. Pero cuando otro oficial de seguridad...
O sea,
se
no
interpone
lo
entre
pueden
Hurst
hacer por
y la
desacate.
salida, las cosas se ponen violentas.
Y la señora va pasando como si nada.
Hurst sujeta a Dan por detrás. Luego Dan le arrebata el detector de metales y golpea con él a Hurst varias veces en la cabeza.
¿Qué hacen los señores, man? ¿Por qué se quedan viendo y se acercan aún más?
Al final, Hurst logra controlar a Dan, neutralizándolo en el suelo. Hurst necesitó 6 grapas para cerrar su herida en la cabeza y sigue sin saber por qué Dan estaba tan enfadado.
¿6 grapas? ¿Cómo te abren con un detector de metales? ¿Cómo te abren la cabeza con un detector de metales?
I like to let production know this is Mitch and Tom, not Pansy and IPOC. We're good. No, it's a little bit of an in-game audio issue. They'll be
Dan fue arrestado y acusado de agresión en tercer grado, alteración del orden público en primer grado y resistirse al arresto. Fue sentenciado a 5 años en prisión por agresión en tercer grado.
¿Hola? Nada, quería entrar a la cárcel, dude.
Estamos ahora en el tribunal de la corona de Bradford en el Reino Unido.
Dude, quería entrar a la
Bastante
cárcel.
aburrido que está a punto de ponerse bastante interesante.
Oh,
Este es un chico de 17 años que acaba de ser sentenciado a 21 semanas en prisión por robar un teléfono celular. Y él es Callum Pinter, de 21 años, quien está a punto de presionar un botón en la pared que hará que se abra esa puerta para que su rápido amigo pueda intentar escapar. En un instante, Pinter pasa de cómplice a todo un cheerleader.
¿what? ¿Un qué?
Una vez que el ladrón de teléfonos logra salir del pasillo, sale corriendo por el puesto de seguridad con 4 agentes persiguiéndolo. Y su fiel amigo siguiéndolo tranquilamente. Es obvio, como se ve en las cámaras de seguridad, que el adolescente es demasiado rápido para el equipo de seguridad del Tribunal de la Corona de Bradford. Para cuando salen del lugar, 1, 2 y 3 guardias parecen decidir que ya no vale la pena perseguirlo. Pero uno de los oficiales se niega a hacerlo y continúa la persecución, aunque a su propio ritmo. Y por supuesto, Pinter reaparece y baja por las escaleras. Seguramente va a reunirse con su amigo y celebrar su exitosa huida.
A ver.
Por desgracia para el dúo dinámico, el ladrón de teléfonos celulares fue atrapado 2 días después y le agregaron 6 meses más de prisión por el escape.
Dude, estoy segurísimo de que se fuera a casa.
For the side of Ascent, they wanted a fight. Like,
Está
they used
plantando.
so many ultimates that are meant for almost just clearing out a lot of these angles. They had the Phoenix ult as well to run it back to try and find some of these players. Now they've got nothing they can really do here other than back off. This is going to be a really hard hold from them.
They need a smoke here. They need a smoke to cross over, and it's on its way. Okay, there it is in play. The lockdown, though, going to catch them. Starzo wants to go out with one last turn. I'm sure they'll take him down, but he did damage the rest of his team, sadly. Not in the same boat, with Killez left alive all by his lonesome. They are defusing as we speak. And even though he got a headshot on RB. It's a 145. The man survives with a lick
Good
of
job.
and Vision Strikers walk away
Te voy a
with
mentir,
6.
fue muy bueno.
I have to say, I feel like Ascend almost misplayed that one. Like, I think when you see that they've got the lockdown in play, like, you have to know that that's going to be the initial spot for them. And the fact that they then use the run it back before going into the site. Like, in my mind, you go, okay, they've got the opener, they have a lockdown. Good chance they're playing retake. So that, I would much rather see them take the site control, run it back through a little bit later on, and you could take a lot of control, maybe destroy the lockdown and have a better chance of winning the round.
Right there we saw the opening kill that we'd missed just earlier, and I want to say from Ascend's side, we saw that the flash went down, but it hadn't popped yet when the cross came over, but CNET was confident in taking that fight. This time around, though, very different approach from Ascend. They're not looking to mess around with a
CNET go kill. That's
exactly. Yeah, buy him up that rifle. But obviously they're not going towards long because they have those pistols. Instead, they'll look elsewhere. And it's towards Garage.
Y no puede cruzar.
As well. They're just running it up. Mako needs to take a fight pretty soon. Oh, there it is. That should deter them. Kill has his left on 12 health.
Him shooting through the smoke, though, I can only see this.
Hay dos en Bevan, pero no creo que vaya a
I'll
ir.
spam a couple of classic shots through. This is definitely all we have in the buy. Like, maybe try and bait them into a little bit more aggression, because if he's actually trying to get a kill through a smoke with a classic, he's insane.
One of the problems that you're going to face here, though, as Ascend, is they wanted to split in through Garage, but they're hearing the turret, and there's a star on the floor. So the second that they step towards Garage, they'll be spotted by the turret, and you'll either have a gravitational well or a stun coming in, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, that Cloudburst still gives away that they're going to come towards here, and this is where the util usually comes in, but King just sprays away and saves the day for them. With only Starzo left, chances of this round going their way. Oh,
Damn.
7-3.
King is on at the moment. Like, he's having an unbelievable performance. That's now a couple of times that we've seen him just get multi-frags in positions where
as well.
it's like...
Tres en la puerta, uno afuera.
And in fact, we were talking about...
Dude, el tiro del aparato man fue muy bueno.
But it's these last couple rounds, right? Now they're starting to really have that control. And it's not just about Buzz's impact in terms of getting kills. It's also the fact that he stopped them from feeling that comfortable in playing for the A-long control. And so then you see that they go elsewhere. They go into the hands of King, who wasn't playing A this time, but was playing his more conventional Garage role. Now, ready for a different approach yet again. Vision Striker's playbook is so damn deep that you've got a deep smoke, allowing the A-long control, and a breach flash was ready to take them out into mid, but Stacks goes down. Mako isn't giving up there, though. He's staying inside his own smoke. This should be a one-and-done position. And Mako even gets out of there. Absolutely ludicrous as the kills are traded back.
They've made some space, though. It's going to have to be a quick rotation.
What?
Snowstorms are so on point. They've even got smokes to try and delay.
Oh my god.
To go back again. Luckily for them.
Dude, dame la replay. Quiero ver la replay.
But with the extremities of B being held by multiple angles, the peak from Mako may be a little bit risky. It's given them away back into the ground.
Yeah, Mako's definitely been playing a lot more aggressive than you expect out of an Astra, but he had no stars left. Buzz flashed up on the backside. He's been spotted, but still good for a kill. The Cloud won't save him this time. His teammate King coming in, though, after a multitude of sick rounds out of this guy. He's good for 2 already, just about around the corner. Starzo had an opportunity to isolate the 1v1, yet another, but it doesn't go his way, and now they'll look to group up and take this together after the lockdown. He's going to be forced into a fight, but he's won it, hiding on the backside with 50 health left. The time still pretty high on this one. King has got a lot to play with here. There's only 2 positions he could be in, and he's rightly guessed that it's towards the backside. Starzone now needs to move towards the side, and there's the kill. The Red Bull clutch, and a 4th round for Ascend. They really needed this one.
And this is the man that always does it. We've seen it time and time again. You put Starzo in a clutch and he will win it. And a huge point in this half as well.
Dude, quiero ver el de...
Looking at an almost easy 9-3 coming through for the side of Vision Strikers.
No, esa replay no.
Which they're incredibly competent on. And instead, he's managed to shut it down from a position.
No mostrar la replay, dude.
He's been so good. Like, each time he comes picking back into the site, the timing's on point, his aim has been unbelievable, and, well, Starzo has finally put him in his place.
Oh, that's Quite a good round for Ascend, because you look at how it starts, it feels like they're almost just sprinting around in a hall of mirrors, constantly running into obstacles that they did not see coming, and
They're so scared.
this time around, you can see the impact. If you look at the first couple of buy rounds out of Ascend and how aggressive they were, the space they were trying to seize, and then compare it to now, it is a very, very different game that they are playing.
Ah,
It worked
mataron
out
al
for them in the
perro.
previous in a clutch scenario. This time around, they need a difference. Starzo's actually got the operator here, which isn't something you all too often see. The fact that CNET is on a rifle, you're expecting him to be making some closer range, more aggressive plays. That's exactly what he's doing down on short.
55 seconds. They're actually going to TP into the back of sight. I don't think they've seen him. He's still here, but they managed to kill him off anyway, and then Buzz turns around and manages to get 3 kills from it. That's a late love from Killers, but Mitch, it doesn't matter.
They waste all that time just waiting for this player to come up behind it. Waste isn't necessarily the right word, because they're right in doing what they did, but the fact that Buzz is able to take every single duel and get away with it is ludicrous. 8-4 at the halftime. Vision Strikers have come in strong, and there is no doubt in my mind that this is a team that can compete at the top level.
Oh, for sure. Like, we had a few questions when they were facing
Damn.
off against Paper X. I said maybe it should have been a little bit cleaner. The game was
Ah,
a bit closer than we
Jet
probably would have expected. Forsaken running riot within the
Holy.
server. But when you look at this matchup now, well, they've been by far the better team in this first half. In fact, it came down to a Starzo clutch to even get a center 4.
Well, at 8-4, there is a lot to be discussed for these teams, so let's give them a moment, and let's bring someone else in who has some stuff to discuss. We've got Sean Garris with a round breakdown.
Yes, Mitch, I'm here, and I found the clip really quick this time. This is the opening pistol round from the game, and right off the
No me
bat,
interesa, dude.
En cuanto a Finter, cuando compareció ante el juez, decidió no abusar de su suerte. Se declaró culpable por ayudar a su amigo a escapar y fue sentenciado a 3 meses en prisión. Advertencia, nuestra próxima historia podría ser perturbadora.
Nah.
Estamos en Cleveland, Ohio, donde la que fuera una joven promesa del baloncesto, Tony Farmer, espera su sentencia por varios delitos. Farmer fue considerado uno de los mejores 100 jugadores estudiantiles del país y era muy codiciado por varios reclutadores universitarios. Pero esos sueños quedaron destrozados cuando la estrella de Ohio fue captada en video durante un ataque de ira agrediendo a su exnovia, Andrea Lane, en el vestíbulo del lugar donde ella vive.
Hola.
Farmer se declaró culpable por los cargos de secuestro, agresión con daños físicos graves,
¿Secuestro?
robo e intimidación. En la sala hoy se encuentran varias personas que apoyan a Farmer, entre ellas los entrenadores, familiares e incluso la víctima, Andrea Lane, quien habló a su favor a pesar del ataque.
No sé qué le sucedió ese día. A él. Sé que era una buena persona, espero que aún lo sea y que aprenda. Necesita ayuda. Ojalá en prisión la reciba.
Su libertad y su futuro en el baloncesto ahora están en manos de la jueza Pamela Barker.
El acusado deberá cumplir una pena de 3 años. Es la pena mínima para ese delito. En cuanto al segundo cargo, en este caso, agresión con daño físico, un delito de segundo grado, ordeno que el acusado cumpla un periodo de 2 años en prisión. En cuanto al tercer cargo, de este caso, el robo que también es un delito de segundo grado, el tribunal ordena que el acusado también cumpla una pena de 2 años por este cargo. Por el delito...
Dude, ¿es eso del bruh?
Pena de 2 años por este cargo.
¡Oh, de aquí es!
El tribunal ordena que el acusado también cumpla una pena de 2 años por este cargo. Por el delito... También cumpla una pena de 2 años por este cargo. Por el delito... También cumpla una pena de 2 años por este cargo. Por el delito... Que el acusado también cumpla una pena de 2 años.
Dile por favor que no fui el único que lo vio. $5-14, el poli está cagado de
Que
risa.
acaba de ser sentenciado a pasar 7 años en prisión.
Ay, Jesus. Ah, debería ser un requisito exigirle a los policías a su peso límite. ¡Bendiciones! Carita llorando, carita... no, es triste, carita llorando, llorando. Me quiero quitar la vida, me quedé sin trabajo, mi mamá enferma me queda con un cejo. Carita, soy de Ecuador, quiero salir adelante, soy cantante, mucho mejor me ignoran. A ver, cantante. La discapacidad no es un obstáculo. Ahora vamos a escuchar tu canción.
Quiero decirte que esta canción fluyó del fondo de mi corazón.
Esta canción se escucha horrible, man.
Desesperado, el amor ha golpeado muchas veces.
No, ya no voy a escuchar eso. Pandillas celebran fiesta en la cárcel. ¿Te eres de la cárcel? ¿Qué acabo de ver? ¿Qué acabo de ver? Dude, ¿qué acabo de ver?
They're starting to creep up a one-way smoke put down, though. This makes it so difficult for them to get anything done. Obviously, Bone Cold used his paranoia in the early round, but he's distracting on the site. He's making them think that he's the only one holding it down, so they don't spot that there's this guy in the corner.
Ah!
So eventually, though, does get dropped. 10 seconds on the clock. Bone Cold playing with time. He's able to get...
Damn!
Boom! Ascend. 5 rounds on the board, and that was...
Wow!
Pistol, we'll say. What a round by Bone Cold, though. I was more surprised the way he's dancing around. He's so calm during it all, as if it was all under control from the get-go.
You forget he's from Finland, right?
True. Yeah.
They are Stone Cold. It's literally in the name. His name is Bone Cold.
Sí, porque creo que venía el otro, dude. ¡Qué buena!
Also one of my favorite people to see in interviews, but that's irrelevant. Now, they get themselves a pitch. So with the deficit that they're currently under, we could have seen this game closed out fairly quickly, Mitch. Instead, it looks like we might be continuing that for all the aftershock. I think this is troublesome for Zeke. But luckily he had a little bit of support, so they're not going to be able to shut him out just yet.
Just about able to make it away. He'll pop up his hot hands to heal himself, make him a little bit healthier on this push. Another one way. Oh no, it's just a clean smoke coming through. Bone Cold going to be flashing out on long, but RB's cracked around that right side. He's going to be good for a double. A collateral, in fact, out of the classic. Mako even picks up one. It's now a 1v2, a round that Vision
Se quedó sin balas, ¿verdad?
had a chance in. And suddenly, they even have a weapon to work with. Mako running a little bit low on ammunition in the corner. They know exactly where he is. Starzo just wants to bait him in, allow CNET to get that flank in play. And
No tiene balas.
he goes, but Mako almost gets away
Se
with
quedó
it.
sin balas.
What an incredible round for Vision Strikers. They don't get a win, but they do so much damage.
That is a round that Ascend are going to want to forget and forget very, very quickly. I have to say the flashes that are coming out
dude,
RB
so
just
bad.
so difficult to
¿De qué hablas?
She's putting
So
them
bad.
up and over smokes just to try and catch players out, and then has that ability to just wrap around. It seems like every single member of the Vision Striker squad is up and running today. They're in form, and for Ascend, why it puts them in a shaky position. This is meant to be the bonus round. Instead, they're going to fully invest into this one. Now, if they can get themselves the early ultimate orb, you get yourself a run it back, that might be the extra boost that they need to take this one through. But that's the case now, Mitch. They need to win this round.
They absolutely do. At 8-6, with one player surviving in the previous, there's very little room for error for Ascend to start this one out. Dash in towards the site. Buzz is finding so much control, and in fact, the C site will be left completely open. They're now good to just pop this plant down and play the posties. And they've got a little bit to work with. I mean, their
¿Cómo que
utility
free?
isn't gonna be
Free side.
fantastic, but they're starting to get pretty close to ultimates on that Vision Striker side. Ascend are going to need to tread with caution on the way back in.
Yeah, for sure. And they don't really have any ground to play with Buzz already. Kicking it off with a double. RB, this round is over. They're just shutting it down completely. Not a single kill for Ascend in the retake. And it's left
Damn.
I would say that getting an extra kill here would be great. It would earn him a
I
run
mean,
back,
le dieron
but
todo
if you don't have a
el...
gun to play with while using it, it's not really that valuable.
Absolutely, yeah. And the fact that we've ended up with
Nah, los va a
such a
esperar.
convincing round out of Vision Strikers. Oh, they know where he is and everything.
They know, they know.
There was nothing he could do.
Lo saben,
And
dude.
Seekers online for RB nice and easily, and exactly like you said, yeah, Zeke's gonna have run it back, but what are you gonna do with that on Nico? It's gonna be pretty tough to find any value out of it. We came into this and said CNED versus Buzz, and so far, even despite a very slow start to the map out of Buzz, he is looking like the better Jet.
Korean Jet diff.
Es cierto.
It's something that I also
Jet
want to
diff.
point out. I think I've seen, like, if you were going to make a top 10 fault lines, I think 5 of them would be from this match alone. Like, I feel like the communication between Vision Strikers is insane, and then you've also just got the fact that Stacks is, he's just an unbelievable breach.
Big space
Oh, nice.
breakers out of Vision Strikers here. They know they're up against pistols, and they are not going to allow a moment, any space at all to breathe.
He's got
for
a
a
shot.
second. The shorty even gets a kill, CNED, for the trade out afterwards. I mean, there's plenty of money for Vision Strikers, and now they've removed the weapon from CNED's hands, unless he was able to get a nasty double spray down. This round was never going to go Ascend's way. Double digits now hit for Vision Strikers as they close in on that map victory.
Yeah, they're looking unstoppable. Buzz, 18 and 7.
Ahí está, vienen las 3 partidas más, 3 partidas más.
King on the defensive side. Basically everyone has been
Vamos, KR.
Sorry,
es que siempre me gusta el competitivo de KR, son muy buenos.
You got the rifles across the board. You got 3 ultimates available as well for the side of Ascend, but they're not exactly missing for Vision Strikers.
No, there's no room to maneuver for Ascend right now. With that operator in the hands of CNED, this has to be the difference maker, and we're going to see a very similar style of play to what we saw from Vision Strikers. The early A-long aggression, seizing up the control, then they pop Seekers to see how far away these players are. But Vision Strikers are just hunkered down. They're waiting for some sort of a push from any other side of the map. But Ascend aren't giving that to them. With the exception of CNED rushing up A-long, they're playing a pretty turtled game. This is fine. They don't know the opposite there just yet. CNED has a chance, but now they've blinded long. There's one short, there's one long. That's good information for Vision Strikers.
Still going though.
No van a entrar, man. Saben que tienen
There must
operator.
be a turret
Es
nearby.
obvio, dude. Obvio
Pushing that
que
little
tienen
bit
operator.
further. The alarm bot will give them away. It just depends actually how far away King's actually going to be. They might be able to move them past him, but it doesn't even matter. They're just going to Rolling Thunder straight into the site, and already 2 players just stunned at the back. But they're going to be able to survive. Zeke already dropped from his ultimate. The
Nice.
from Buzz again. Just going to double
Good
up
job.
with the headshots. He's been truly unstoppable, and again it comes down to a retake, but that's an important pick.
The spike gets planted though just
Sí, lo
before the
plantó.
frag comes through.
Terminó
Buzz
plantándolo.
playing up close. He doesn't want to run through that fire just yet. Mako actually spotted them as he comes on through. Zeke is shut down quickly. A nasty crossfire for these players, using that cosmic divide perfectly.
Ah!
He's trying to
And they just...
back into this for Ascend, but he will land nothing.
Oh,
with
no.
time so low.
No puede,
He
no puede, no
knows
puede.
that it's
Es
time to
imposible.
save. He toyed with the idea of peeking out. If maybe they would give him a kill, but there was nothing to be found. And now
Nah,
we're
dude.
looking at 11 for the Korean side, and the economy of
La
Ascend is
pared
in the
tragó
dumps.
toda la
I
R.
genuinely think that Sean is probably sat backstage just wishing he could start his own watch party.
La
just
pared
to
se
break down
comió
every
toda
single
la
one of these
R.
rounds. Our Vision Strikers
clean.
have had so many cool little ideas, a flawless
La
game
pared
round
se
coming
comió
through
toda
as
la
well.
R.
And it's just the fact that they not only have these crazy individual players, but then you've
¿Por
just
qué le
also
agregó
got
slow
the fact
motion?
that they had those little
fuck?
plays like coming off the back of Cosmic Divides that we've spoken about it so many times about how this ultimate can just suck for teams.
Yeah.
Especially when you're up against like a team with double
Flawless.
flashes as well. Like it can be the worst thing in
Hashtag
the world.
ad.
But
Nah,
they
no
managed
es
to
un
just
ad.
have a beautiful crossfire that
No es
well,
un ad,
nobody
no
managed
es
to
un ad.
get through.
I have
¿Cómo
to
hacer
say,
eso
with
nada?
the position that we're currently in on Vision Strikers side, I would be very scared if I was Ascend. I mean, we know
If I was anyone.
they've got that ace up their sleeve, right, of Lakia to potentially come in at any time and change things up, but they don't need it. And this is what, oh my
Oh!
God, give them some space, man. This is like a last-ditch attempt at a buy from Ascend, and they lose Starzo immediately. He's still spraying through and coming very close to finding another target. This guy is confident, off the rails right now, and you can see exactly why.
It's 2 players in. but already Buzz has found
Oh,
a
no tienen visión.
to the second. It's so
Nah, va a
perfect
ganar
every
KR,
time
dude.
from
Los
Vision
están
Strikers, the utility in
aplastando.
tandem with the individual skill. Bone Cold. Oh, come on! Come on, there is no way he's just 180'd him in just a matter of seconds. Timing couldn't be worse. And CNED.
Oh,
Alright.
What?
That was a nice shot, but have you got 4 more?
Oh, he's got at least 2. Let's see how many more CNED can
Oh.
find. Oh,
Whoa!
shot CNED! 3 kills, but the round might be beyond salvage. He'd have to find more so damn quickly. And as that spike
Nah,
ticks away,
dude.
he has no information, no idea where the players on the other side could possibly be. The word save might be floating around in his brain. He takes his
Oh.
and gets shot in the back by
Eso,
Stacks.
no te voy a
12
mentir, eso
to
sí es
6.
sentido, dude. Lo hizo
No
muy bien.
weapons for Ascend. And that could be the first round where I've seen all 3 opening picks inside of Garage, and then they even follow up
Show
with
me
a 4th there as
Show
well.
me again.
Oh wait,
where
they
is it?
killed everyone in Garage actually. They killed the whole
Where
team
is
in
it?
there.
Where is it?
Damn.
Wow, get out of
No,
here.
no sé cómo le dio eso,
In
dude.
that slow-mo.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look
He's
like it's anywhere
faster
near him.
than the slow-mo cam.
He's
Like,
faster than the server.
it makes no sense.
But at the moment, it's not mattering.
One more.
All 5 players
Una
down
más.
inside of Garage,
Vamos,
which is an
KR.
accolade in and of itself. And Vision Strikers are at double the scoreline of Ascend. I mean, this is a timeline that you could certainly see coming. Ascend don't seem to be in any way demotivated. They are down by 6, facing
I love
map
this
point.
team so much.
And yet they're still coming through. It looks like no matter what, they will rock you.
They have called a timeout to
Ah, 14-12.
Why not?
Va por el
man? You know,
14-12?
If you're gonna do it in victory, do it in defeat.
Dude, eso fue muy
love the
cringe,
idea
pero
of
va
FPS
por el
strike. Right,
14-12.
guys, in this round, I've only got a minute. Just to give it the... Guys, is no one listening
Why
to
are you
me?
cheering?
Why can I
What's
hear...
happening?
Stop clapping!
Copium!
This game isn't beyond salvage, that's for damn sure, and I think Vision
No,
Strikers
es
will be taking
copiga.
this moment as well just to discuss how they want to close this out. And so far, it seems like the only strategy that's needed is, hey Buzz, do you mind killing like 4 guys? Thanks, man.
You've definitely simplified that a little bit.
Dos diffuses.
I think that's actually
Dos
the only comms
muertes,
going on
dos
right now.
explosiones.
In all seriousness, like this, especially contrasting with some of the games that we saw yesterday, where it was ludicrous, utility was going everywhere, showstoppers were hitting the floor. Vision Strikers are playing such a deep strat book. I don't even know that we've seen
perfect Valorant.
a repeat from round to round. They have something new every single time, and it's making it impossible for Ascend to read them. Buzz is already on the site. I'm not even sure Starzone knows what's going on, and then Buzz is
What?
They swap positions entirely. Buzz
Jesus!
has been taken down though. Here's the opportunity for Ascend.
Qué buena
They have a
granada
man
tiró
advantage. And
Killjoy.
surely, Tom, surely this is not one that Vision Strikers can win out.
I think they're ready for Mako. He hasn't managed to thread the needle quite as well as he might have thought. He's almost hoping that someone goes pushing that a little bit further to try and maybe close out this round quicker. The fact is, though, I do wonder if eventually we're going to see someone on Ascend get itchy feet. Right? The fact is,
KR.
they're going to go TPing to the other side, get a lot of information out of it, and for now, we just have a standoff.
Yeah, they kind of had to peek out there and see long, knowing that they'd be spotted.
Uy, estaba recargando, dude.
Clear. It's Mako biding his time. He has found a little bit of a gap as he comes through, but the timing is terrible. Shutting
Ah.
him down. Stacks and RB stuck on long and known to be around here. At least they were. CNED's confirming they're still boxed in by pushing down. And this is a perfectly contained round, one that I really can't see Vision Strikers getting anything done in.
Yeah, unless there's an over face or two. Oh, hey, Killers is on. His 3rd kill of the round, and he's looking to try and close it out. Will, in fact, fall in the end.
Oh,
He's
por
gonna be there to
atrás,
put
dude.
Stacks in the dirt. 12-7, still an incredibly long way. It seems like the clapping has at least helped them a little bit, but...
Nah,
ultimately,
dude, no va a
this
ser
round came down to Killers.
14-12.
Back of the site, basically had to get a multi-frag here, and it was this guy. I think the paranoia was really well timed, but even still, he has to hit that shot, otherwise it could very easily have fallen apart.
Yeah, those paranoias out of Bone Cold have been really clean so far in this map. With 5 left to go, you're going to need everything to be pulled out by Ascend, because look at what Vision Strikers have to work with. That rolling thunder out of Stacks could be absolutely huge.
They've literally only managed to get 2 rounds in a row max, though, so far in this game. So I'm not feeling particularly confident. I know that Ascend are definitely one of those teams that can bring anything back from the brink, but do I think the Vision Strikers have come anywhere near close to running out of ideas? Absolutely not.
No, not at all. Their adaptations have been absolutely fantastic. Their set plays and then their adaptations on them. I really love watching this Korean team, and it's why Korea gets such a high shout out. Obviously, we saw
Digo,
the
es
last
que Corea
Masters.
siempre
It's
es
not
un
like Newturn, you know, got
servidor
knocked out in
bastante.
groups. They made it pretty damn deep into the international
Tiene
competition.
demasiada
Vision
visión, man.
Strikers, especially now with Lakia on the bench, no doubt this is the best team in Korea. Now we're looking at this attack moving in through middle, seizing a lot of space, but Ascend are doing the same down there on long. What they might not expect is King to be AFK and spawn.
Yeah, he's just been chilling. Maybe walked off for a little bit, went to the bathroom, came back and found that he's got a few players pushing in his direction.
¿Qué hace Killjoy?
Pushed out by the Ultima, but now they could almost fight this flank together. I think the Ultima was
Damn.
into the hands of Vision Strikers.
Tal vez nos están troleando.
Oh, they had that plan right from the start. Gorgeous to witness. Now a smoke, or no, rather a pull, gonna go down. Buzz able
Up
to
your
eliminate
feet.
Undead. Rolling Thunder denies the defuse.
Lo
In they
subió.
go. Buzz cleanly taking down one. They know exactly where Killes is. And he
Damn.
Vision Strikers still yet to drop
GG.
him out as they see 13
GG,
to
well play,
7
bien
with
jugado.
a dominant opening up against Ascend.
Now I'm almost starting to wonder if we're underestimating Paper X, because the performance they had versus
Damn,
Vision Strikers was
dude.
a lot more impressive
good.
than this.
It was
Like,
good.
Ascend have just been schooled by the best team in
I'll
Korea.
lift him up. Yeah, give him a hug. There we go. That's true team bonding right there.
¿Faker? ¿Usted? ¿Faker? Lo que no viste el trailer del Hawkeye. Ok. Hawkeye trailer. ¿A poco hay trailer? ¡Oh! Sí hay trailer.
Es la primera Navidad que hemos tenido juntos. En años.
Los quiero mucho. Estoy recuperando el tiempo perdido.
Las autoridades se preguntan si el vigilante enmascarado que aterrorizó el mundo criminal ha vuelto.
El pasado logró alcanzarme.
¿Deberíamos preocuparnos?
No es nada. Llegaré para Navidad. Lo prometo. Cuando usé este traje, hice muchos enemigos.
Y...
Eres Hawkeye.
¿Y quién eres tú?
Algunos me han llamado la mejor arquera del mundo.
¿Eres de esas personas? Hola, mi amor. Estaré en casa en un día o dos. Dame un segundo. Las cosas se han puesto más complicadas.
Esta temporada. ¿También sale en diciembre?
Obvio que esta no.
Tampoco lo digas de esa manera. ¡Santo cielo! ¿Tienes flechas más peligrosas que esa?
...24 de noviembre.
Será una feliz Navidad.
Ah.
Muy pronto llegará una nueva serie de Marvel a Disney Plus. Hawkeye dará introducción a una joven vengadora, Kate Bishop. Pero ¿quiénes serán los villanos? ¿Y qué sorpresas nos traerá esta serie? ¿Veremos a Kingpin aquí? No te pierdas todo lo que necesitas saber sobre Hawkeye a continuación. Este video es presentado por nuestros amigos de inglés.
No, fuck you.
La serie
Fuck
de
you.
Hawkeye se ha liberado y nos ha dado varias pistas de lo que veremos. Para empezar, estos eventos parecen ocurrir tras Avengers Endgame. Notamos que Clint Barton ha tratado de dejar un poco atrás su pasado para pasar tiempo con su familia, la cual había desaparecido con el chasquido de Thanos. En una de las escenas, vemos que Clint va a una obra de Broadway basada en el Capitán América. Y en momentos más adelante tenemos vistazos a ese show que parece un tanto ridículo, pero que quizá hayan invitado a Clint dado que él es un vengador. Los acontecimientos de la serie parecen desarrollarse antes de Navidad en Nueva York, con Clint siendo interceptado por varios problemas que lo hacen dejar a su familia. El primero es la aparición de un nuevo Ronin, el alias que tomó Clint cuando su familia había desaparecido. Descubrimos pronto que quien tomó el rol de Ronin es Kate Bishop, un personaje nuevo para el UCM, pero no para los fans de Marvel. Aunque a primera vista pueda parecerlo, la chica que sale junto a Hawkeye y que en los cómics porta su mismo alias, no es su hija. Su nombre es Kate Bishop. Esta es hija de una adinerada familia de Manhattan que tras sufrir un abuso una noche en Central Park, decidió entrenar arduamente para ser una peleadora y arquera y tratar de prevenir que alguien más viviera lo que ella vivió. En los cómics de Young Avengers, Kate termina cruzándose con el equipo de los Jóvenes Vengadores por error. Eventualmente terminaría involucrada en el regreso de Kang el Conquistador, en un momento cuando los Vengadores estaban en un punto bajo de su carrera. Tomando el arco de Hawkeye, quien en ese momento estaba desaparecido, Kate se uniría a los Jóvenes Vengadores como una nueva Hawkeye. Después de todos estos acontecimientos, irónicamente en los cómics, quien interceptaría a Kate sería Clint en su atuendo de Ronin. Este le pediría a la chica que le regresara su arco. A pesar de un primer desencuentro, Clint, viendo potencial en Kate, la haría su aliada y sidekick, y ambos portarían el alias de Hawkeye. En la serie, Kate Bishop será interpretada por Hailee Steinfeld, a quien vimos previamente en la película de Bumblebee y dando voz a Spider-Man en Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Como saben, en el UCM, los orígenes de los personajes cambian, y por lo que vemos en el tráiler, uno de los enemigos principales de la serie puede ser la misma madre de Kate Bishop. Esta es Eleanor Bishop, interpretada por Vera Farmiga. En las historietas, Eleanor muere cuando Kate era aún muy joven. Tiempo después descubriríamos que ella estaba intentando distanciarse de su esposo y padre de Kate, Derek Bishop, quien estaba involucrado con la mafia y crimen en Nueva York. En los mismos cómics, posteriormente conocemos que su madre no había muerto y que ahora trabajaba junto a la villana Madame Mask. En la serie, este origen de Kate podría verse modificado, donde sea su madre Eleanor quien ocupe el lugar del padre de Kate, siendo ella la villana, obteniendo su dinero de manera ilícita a través de la mafia en Nueva York, lo cual la enemistará con su hija quien busca un camino heroico. Pero estos no son los únicos personajes que veremos en la serie. Otros protagonistas más serán Echo, a quien vemos por un segundo en el tráiler. Esta es una hábil peleadora y asesina a sueldo que originalmente es adoptada por Kingpin. Él la educa para ser una villana y eventualmente la hace ir a cazar a Daredevil. En esta serie se ha rumorado la aparición de Kingpin, interpretado una vez más por Vincent D'Onofrio, que acompañan los rumores de la aparición del Daredevil de Charlie Cox en Spider-Man No Way Home. La aparición de Kingpin en la serie tendría sentido, al también tener la aparición de Echo, quien probablemente funja como una enemiga inicial para ambos Hawkeye. Echo es interpretada por Alaqua Cox. Cabe destacar que Echo es uno de los pocos personajes sordos en Marvel, y Alaqua comparte ella misma esa característica con el personaje. Se ha dicho que siguiendo el estreno de esta serie, Echo tendrá su propia miniserie en Disney Plus, aunque no hay más información al respecto. Otro personaje destacado que veremos será Swordsman, interpretado por Tony Dalton. Este básicamente es el maestro de Hawkeye, por lo que podría aparecer en un tipo de flashback, o quién sabe, su historia puede cambiar en esta serie. Otro antagonista en la serie será el payaso, también conocido como Kazimierzak, un hombre polaco perteneciente a una familia circense que tras morir en un trágico evento, migraría a Estados Unidos, donde se volvería parte de la mafia en Nueva York y que se vería enfrentado a Hawkeye. Pero sin duda, uno de los antagonistas más destacados de la serie será Yelena Belova, quien en la escena postcréditos de Black Widow conocimos fue reclutada por Valentina Alegre de Fontaine, quien le ha mentido acerca de que el causante de la muerte de Natasha Romanoff es Hawkeye, por lo que probablemente llegará a la serie a enfrentar a Clint Barton. Pero dado que es mentira que él sea el culpable de la muerte de Natasha, Yelena podría convertirse en una aliada y también parte de los Vengadores eventualmente, supliendo el rol de Black Widow. Un último personaje que tendrá su aparición, pero no por eso es menos importante, es el perro llamado Loki, un labrador salido de los cómics. Este ayuda a Clint en una batalla contra unos mafiosos, gracias a que Hawkeye le dio un poco de pizza y se mostró amigable con él. Aunque en esa primera intervención...
No, mi loco, lo voy a salvar toda la vida.
Incluso perdiendo un ojo. Cuestión que veremos igualmente en la serie. El nombre de Loki hace alusión a la suerte, no al personaje asgardiano. Loki se volvería un aliado fiel de Kate y de Clint, y sin duda será la parte más tierna de esta serie. Y no se preocupen, en la vida real Loki tiene sus dos ojitos, solo está actuando. La serie de Hawkeye estará fuertemente inspirada en el cómic llamado simplemente Hawkeye, por Matt Fraction y David Aja, uno de los mejores cómics de Marvel de la década pasada, donde el humor se mezcla con la acción en una aventura entrañable. Así que seguramente estaremos repasando mucho esa historia para encontrar los vínculos con esta serie. Hawkeye estrenará el 24 de noviembre y...
Sí, ya lo sabemos.
pozole. Quiero pozole.
Tixla se encuentra exactamente a... Oh, ya vamos un poquito tarde nosotros, déjense. Oigan, pareció una casa chiquita y ven nada más el tamaño de la pozolería, ¿eh? O sea, está larguísimo, hay muchísimas mesas. Lo que me comentan es que mucha gente de Chilpancingo viene aquí a Tixla desde las 12, 1 de la tarde y a reventar este lugar de gente comiendo pozole y disfrutando del famosísimo pozole blanco.
Dude,
de Guerrero,
¿por qué no se abre el LOL?
Sobre todo del pozole verde. Oigan, y seguramente ustedes se dieron cuenta de que hay muchos garrafones. Vean nada más la cantidad. Pues déjenme les digo que aquí se acostumbra a echarse el pozole con mezcal. El mezcal, todos son de mezcal. ¿Cómo ven?
Este es de Damiana. Aquí abajo es natural. Tenemos de torito, nanche, añejo, amargo, penca de maguey, frutas.
Wow. ¿Y es mezcal de dónde?
De Axaxacualco.
Miren, yo ya me pedí pozole blanco, pozole verde, unas patitas, unas quesadillas, porque así es como dicen que se pide el pozole, ¿eh? O sea, además del pozole, todos tienen como cositas ahí alrededor y le van comiendo, campechaneando de todo un poco. Así que yo ya estoy listo. Pero antes, saludcita. Ya la necesitaba, ¿cómo no?
No, no tomo cerveza.
Vamos a empezar con estas patitas y carnita frita, costillitas. Vean nomás. Nos dijeron que esta es la botanita, entonces van a ver cómo se va a despegar la costilla.
Ni siquiera lo probó.
Uy.
¿Chalupitas? Se mira bien triste.
Es muy común o muy tradicional echarse una patita de cerdo antes de el pozole.
Pues no sé en qué país, pero eso es raro.
Ya sé por qué es muy tradicional. Está muy rico, ¿eh? Vean nada más, las quesadillitas son fritas de frijolito. Ya, llegamos a lo bueno, muchachos, al mero pozolazo. Vean nomás, vamos a empezar con el pozole blanco, que aunque no es tradicional los jueves, tenemos que probarlo para saber cuál es el mejor de esas pozolerías que vamos a visitar. El olor es muy rico, muy rico. Ya lo preparamos como debe de ser y ahora sí. Me faltó algo que para mí tiene que estar sí o sí en este pozole estilo guerrero, este pozole blanco, que es aguacate. Ay, no, hombre. Ahora sí, el rey de la casa.
Ya, deja de poner esa música.
Yo había probado otros pozoles verdes y este está no tan pesado, ¿eh? Tiene muy buen sabor. Y lo que más me está gustando es que no está tan
Dude, ya es muy extraño que la gente use Orn. Es súper extraño, dude. Nadie usa Orn.
El pozole estilo guerrero es...
Señora, ¿por qué está sin cubrebocas en el trabajo?
Su lima, su chile verde, su pedacito de chicharrón y su
¿Por qué está sin
pedacito de
cubrebocas?
aguacate.
Por eso estamos en
Ese
semáforo,
es el
¿qué?
pozole
Exacto, dude.
tradicional tixtleco y su mezcalito que no puede faltar. Empecé a hacer los puros días domingos. Ponía yo 3 litritos de maíz.
Ah, son de los que hablan de
Después, los mismos clientes
y terminan ¿sabes?
3 litritos.
¿Ves?
Después los mismos clientes y empecé con otros 3
¿Tres?
los jueves.
Los
Y
jueves.
de ahí fui creciendo, creciendo y creciendo. Hace como 30.
Hace como... Dude, ¿qué es
3
eso?
años.
Ah,
La
no.
receta es de aquí de Tixla. En la calle Galeana, número 66, barrio de San Lucas, Tixla Guerrero.
¿De qué horas a qué días abre?
Los días jueves a partir de las 12 del mediodía. Los días sábados a partir igual de las 12 del mediodía. Y los domingos a partir de las 9 de la mañana. Un pozole blanco de tamaño mediano, 50 pesos. El chico 40 y hay tamaños pequeños que son el mini, 30 pesos.
¿El verde igual?
Es igual, verde y blanco.
Pero no manchen, qué delicia. Para mí mi
Voy contra esta porquería, dude.
de carnita con patitas de
Ah,
queso.
my
Las dos
Jesus.
cosas son una maravilla.
Voy al baño.
Blanco es el que...
Voy al baño. Ah. Ahí te voy, San Pedro. Vamos a irnos a... ¿Dónde está la canción, man? Más abajo. Aquí está. Está bien. Ah. ¿Qué suena?
Mira los accesorios que conseguí para el martillo.
Bienvenidos a la grieta del invocador.
Ah.
30 segundos para los súbditos.
Creo que me iré por este camino.
Esto siempre se me cambia de lugar, man.
Se han generado súbditos.
Sí, es más pesado de lo que parece.
No me podía ir y adelantarme para hacer eso, sí. Tendría que ver. Tendría que ver, man.
Así que te gusta pelear, ¿eh? Pues a mi martillo también.
¿No frició? Nice. ¿No frició, dude?
Espero agradarle al héroe.
¿Por qué no me da básicos o algo? Ok, ¿es dónde está? Nice.
El martillo es el trabajo. No solo lo tengo de lado.
Perdí el minion. Ah, no, sí me lo llevé. No, me tengo que quedar, dude.
Espero que no esté.
¿Perdí los 3 minions? Oh my Jesus. Dude, what the fuck?
No enojes a mi martillo.
Me hizo perder el gordito, dude. ¡Ah!
Bien, sigamos buscando al héroe. Es algo que tengo que hacer. Sí. ¿Quién diría que hay tantos héroes? Dale, 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 no pierdas el tiro.
¡Ah! Nice.
Supongo que vamos a pelear.
Creo que alcanzo la oleada, man. Nice. Ok. Dude, tenía ward. Ah, tenía ward. Dude, te juro, de repente vi un flash y fue como, ¿tenía una bebida o qué? The fuck, dude? Es tonto. Yo perdí mucho farm ahí, man. Pero se sobreexponía demasiado el Nar, man. Lo tenía que hacer, man. No llevo ese minion, man, el pedo. Ah, my Jesus, ¿de dónde que pasa eso, man? Ya no puedo. Nice. Fine. Ah, Jesus, dude. No te hagas los recursos, no te hagas los recursos. Fuck you. Te los hizo, man.
¿Alguien vio un héroe por aquí? ¿Y si le hago 3
Ah, sí hice los rocosos, man. Why? Yo hubiera usado la Kuman. ¿Por qué no uso la Q?
Espero que no esté apoyado.
Nice. No, relájate, dude.
Aquí vamos.
Oh. ¡Ah! Jesus. No me lo esperé a él, man. Creí que estaría en bot. ¿Por qué va ya? Se quiere matar, ¿verdad? Dude, no sé qué hace. ¿Por qué estaba Fiddlestick en top? ¿Eh? Y ocupo reponer mi farm, man.
Creo que me iré por este camino.
No. Fuck.
El revestimiento de torretas caerá pronto.
Madre mía, dude. ¿No viene nadie? En este caso la cumbre.
Me comprometo al
Ok. Me formé todo lo oleado, dude. Es lo que lo estaba, no sé, peleando. Ay, 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 ay.
Está bien, lo admito. Estoy perdida.
What? Qué desperdicio de TP, dude. Qué desperdicio de TP.
No enojes a mi martillo.
¿Para eso hace TP?
Escudito.
¿What? Es el peor TP que he visto en mi vida.
¿Qué tengo que hacer?
Madre mía, qué fea Q fue esa, man.
¿Quién diría
Oh,
que
my
tantos
Jesus.
héroes?
Nice.
Tendría cuidado.
Nice.
Creo que mi martillo es muy grande.
¡Racha sangrienta!
Ah, va a seguir pusheando, dude.
Se acabó. Tu equipo ha derribado una torreta.
Ay, easy, dude. Ay, Jesus. Easy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nunca sé cómo se llama, dude.
Cada paso es uno menos.
Es una masacre.
Ay, Jesus. Easy, dude. Yo dije easy porque lo voy a volver a decir.
Sí que camina mucho.
¿Qué estoy farmeando bot? ¿Qué estoy pushando bot? Ok. The fuck? ¿Por qué sigue pushando bot? Ah. ¿Qué es eso? Espera, ¿qué es eso?
A veces tienes que hacerlo tú mismo.
¿No me va a venir?
No comprendo los juegos. Son tan atrapos.
Ah, sí viene. Jesus, dude.
¿Y si me hago 3 trenzas?
Ok, easy. Ya me escapé. Ya me escapé.
Bien, sigamos buscando al héroe.
Nah, cuesta 865 más. ¿Por qué siguen bot? ¿Hola? What the fuck? ¿Qué hace?
Sí, es más pesado de lo que parece.
La verdad, está tilteadísimo este man. What?
Pues a mi martillo también. Espero que me esté apoyando.
Viene la R, man. Ah, ¿no viene la R? Yo creí que sí. I don't know, man. This guy is... fine. ¿Qué? ¿Te mataste?
Me comprometo al 100%.
Ah.
El martillo hace el trabajo.
Me quedé con ese farm, dude.
De lado a lado.
No me baja nada. Espérate que llegue. Ah, no. Come on, man. Creí que ibas a entrar con todo.
¡Ay, sí, más cosas! ¿Quién diría que hay tantos seres?
Tengo que ir a top, man. Nah, tengo que ir a top. Ya se farmeó algo de la jungla enemiga, man.
Si estás esperando a que me rinda, espero que esto funcione.
Dude, ¿de veras crees que me vas a ganar o algo?
Cada paso es uno menos.
I don't know, man. ¿Me sumé punto la E? Sí. ¡Woo! Sorry.
¿Alguien vio un héroe por aquí?
Creo que con el TP los mataba.
Héroe.
Sí, mátalo. Yo, está tilteadísimo, man. X9. El Jin sí carrea, no te voy a mentir.
No puedo abandonar algo tan
¿Qué haces?
Me iré por este camino.
Pero está ganadísimo. Au, au, au. ¡Woo! Nice. Y llegó el play bien jugado. Dude, are you seeing this? Dude, mira mi OPGG, dude. Porque no lo vas a poder ver aquí, man, no funciona. Come on, muéstramelo. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Oh, you. Oh, Jesus Lord. MVP. Oh my goodness. Dude, la Hullbreaker está súper fuerte.
La verdad, sí pediría un pozole blanco completito. Llegamos a nuestro segundo lugar.
Y después le echamos un poco.
Polvoreamos.
Espolvoreamos el aguacate, que no puede faltar.
Todavía. Oigan, que notaron que aquí la cebolla es morada, no es cebolla blanca.
¿Y la diferencia es?
Oigan, qué belleza, ¿eh? Y la verdad, sí tengo que decir que agradezco al legonista de Tilstra que nos dio la oportunidad de poder grabar, porque ya estaban ya en lo último, ¿eh? O sea, ya estaban cerrando y nos dieron, te sacamos un plato. ¿Cómo no, Lalo?
Ya estaban cerrando y nos tocó comida. Ah, fuck you.
Jueves pozolero. Jueves de pozole verde.
Pero es lunes.
Y ahí les va el secreto del gran pozolero. A su pozole no se le agrega limón, se le agrega lima agria. Así es como se prepara.
Creo que le entró en el ojo.
Cambia completamente el sabor de su pozole. Inténtenlo en casa.
Bueno, hasta aquí lo voy a dejar, chicos.
Y miren, les voy a
Espero que les
servir
haya
mucho.
gustado.
De aquí, de
Bye. Nos
Legonita,
vemos esta mañana, 6:30.
este pozole verde